So it's a beautiful day, and yeah, we needed rain yesterday, but I'm glad it's a lovely sunshine day today. But yes, last night, if you can remember, while it was raining, I phoned up a contractor. He said he can build a couple of sheds here, wooden sheds like this, for between 50 and 100,000, or steel shelters, sheds, for about between 10 and 15, or 10 and 30, sorry. Let me just get my papers here. And or, because we have this aesthetic of wood, you can build an old looking barn, wooden barn. It's a bit weathered as well, from reclaimed logs, for about 8 to 10. I think we might go for that one, especially around here, because we want to keep this area. Yes, it's a successful functioning farm, but successful, yeah. I just used that for a startup, yeah. But I think we want to keep this aesthetically pleasing in this area. So I think that might be the one to go for. Just a normal reclaimed wood barn. So if you remember a couple of vlogs ago, we talked about the iron ore mine, and we purchased that plot of land, and I've got my guy drawing up the plans for the furnace up there, but he has to look at the environmental impact assessments and all that as well, because it will be close to a river. I think if you take a look at the land there, it's closest to a river, is a bit flatter. We will have to do a bit of landscaping, but yeah, he's drawing up the plans for that. So in the meantime, while we are waiting for that, I got a phone call this morning. Before I get to that, you see if the truck is turned around. While the sun was coming up this morning, I went ahead and I felled a couple of trees, and I took them over as well, because we can use those logs to help build this. Although we want to use reclaimed wood, I don't believe we will have enough reclaimed wood, so I felled a couple of trees and took it over to a pile down there so it can dry out a little bit before we start with this project. But yeah, what I was going to say, this morning, while I was busy felling a tree or two, I got a phone call from some of our neighbors in town. They, if you're not familiar with this area, there's a majority of people stay here, but a couple of the people that own farms around here just comes here over weekends and maybe holidays. They have farm hands, but yeah, since it was a holiday now, so a lot of them were out on leave, and with all the rain we got, the crops really grew, and now we might have to help them with field prep. Because of all the rain, we couldn't get into the fields, but now it's drying off, so we might have to have a look there. Maybe today can be a day of helping our neighbors, because we are new in the community, so that might be a thing to do. But yes, let me get everything sorted out in the house, and then we might always go and have a chat with some of the people and see if we can help them. Everything's ready to go. Okay, yeah. So I just got a phone call from Jimmy Caldwell. He said that the field is actually ready. 2 fields to be precise. One just needs to be fertilized, and one, I believe it's a cotton field, needs to be harvested. But all the equipment's already there, and yeah, you can just go ahead and do it. So we'll see when we get there. He said it's right next to the boatyard, and we all know where the boatyard is, so that's not too shabby. So while we are driving there, we can have a chat about this area. As you can see, there's quite a lot of trees missing there, quite a lot of stumps. So we really need to get a tree planter. I had a look at this one, as you all know. That might be a good thing for us. So I think we need to come here and speak to Freddy with the garage name of a co-op's name, Eddie. I'm still not sure why or how, but yeah, we can come and have a chat with him and see if we can get that sorted. I really would like to see this roller coaster running while I'm here. So I'm still in two minds if I have to give those people a call and see if we can help. Oh, anything. And I believe we are here. So this will be the wheat field that he asked us to fertilize. Let's just get in here, pull out of the way. Now let's go and see. Oh, it's a T6175. That's actually, this tractor's actually not too shabby, eh? Let's get in here and get this warmed up so long while we take a look. As the row crop tires, because I don't see any tram lines in here. So that's fine. And I believe he said there's already fertilizer in it. Yep, there's a little bit in there. Hopefully there's enough pressure built up here so we can we don't have an incident with this. But let's see, let's just start lining this up, and this might be a good time to take out the drone and see if we can get some nice footage of this. I think that will be the way to go. So let me get that sorted. It's on follow, and I'll see you now. And we are done. So Jimmy said I can just leave it around the corner or at the back of the field, because he's coming here this afternoon. Just didn't have time to do the fertilizing or the harvesting. They said we can just leave it here. He will take care of it and place it back in his barn. But I actually like this T6. It did the job quite well. So that's not too shabby. And if you were a bit more... What's that? Sorry. I just saw something in the distance there. But it might be a person boat. But if you were a bit more observant during the time lapse, not really that observant, let's face it, was really filling up the screen there. But the harvester, the cotton harvester, is right there. So that will be the field that we need to harvest. So let's just drive around the corner here. Be careful not to roll our side by side. But this is definitely a day to help our neighbors. Or neighbor in this case. But yeah, I think that would be the way to go. So let me just get up here. And let's start this engine. Get that sorted out. That's unfolding now. Yeah. That did its thing. Now let's go and quickly have a look at this crop. Ah, it's not too shabby. Looks as though you might get a good yield off of this. So you already saw me do a time lapse today. That's really a big field. So I'm not gonna waste your time with this. I'll bring you back when we are basically done. And we can have a chat and see if there's anything else, for any other neighbors that we can help out today. So I'll see you. It's approximately 11:45 if I'm not reading this wrong. And we are just finishing up the last pass of the cotton field. And as you can see, this pass is basically, the rest is made to measure. This combine for this bit that we need to harvest now. Which isn't too shabby, hey? So now that's done. Let's stop this. Let's lift this up. And let's get this thing unloaded. Now let's take it to approximately here. And let's unload this bale. Just get out. Get this unfinished bale out. Baler is ready to go. And Jimmy said we can leave a combine around here, and if we can take the trailer back to the co-op. But I think if we can, I'm going to return this combine to the co-op as well, just because it will be a bit better. Otherwise he has to drive and drive and drive. So yeah, I think that might be a way to go. Rather drive this to a co-op and get maybe a taxi all the way down here, and we can get to our side by side. Otherwise I can quickly just walk. It's not really that far. It's just on the other side of that roller coaster you can see right there. So yeah, I think we might as well just walk back quickly and load up that bale and take it to the market as well. I think that might be the way to go. And we can always leave the trailer and the tractor here, because yeah, it's a bit faster for him to just drive that back than the combine. So I think that might be the way to go. You can see I'm driving a bit on the shoulder because if someone wants to bypass me, they might as well take the chance to do that. You can see anyone on that side, so merge. Yeah, this grass field on the left hand side, I think I have to talk to my real estate agent to try and find out who owns this piece of land, because as I said, I really want to get chickens, and especially chickens up by the farmhouse. But if we ever want to do a bit of arable, it will probably be down here closer to this river, and to drive a grain up there just to feed the chickens might be a bit counterintuitive. So you might just want to get this piece of grassland here and maybe erect a chicken coop there. We might even get a couple of sheep. That might also be a favorable animal for us to get. I think that might be the way to go. But I first need to find out from my real estate agent who's the owner of that field. Because you can't really just go ahead and take it for yourself, eh? First have to find out if it's for sale, and if so, how much they want for it. But yeah, that's something we can find out, and then we can make an informed decision regarding that. But here we are at the co-op. Just pull in here. And you know what, I might as well just reverse it down there. Just a little bit. So Jimmy's it will be a little bit easier for Jimmy to get out of here. Don't get too close to the train tracks there. But yes, I believe that will be fine. Let's just quickly have a look. Yeah, not too shabby. Let's get in here again, switch this off, and let me walk back to that tractor and load it up. And I'll see you now. And we are back. I opted to cut through that field over there and cross the railroad tracks, but don't tell anyone. Let's get this trail loaded up. Hopefully the winch works on this trailer, but I already delivered one bale, so chances of it breaking now after that one bale it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. But yes, let me get this back to the market, because we have to take this to the market, and then I can just drive this back and maybe just park it up there right next to that other trailer with a spreader, because it's both Jimmy's, so we might as well just do that. Just close by, and yeah, then we can always just walk down to our side by side. We have to get out a minimum of 10,000 steps in somehow, eh? But yes, let me get this to market, and yeah, then we can get back. So I just got off the phone with Jimmy. He was really happy with the work that we did for him today, and he actually offered to pay us a little bit of money for our plow work. I told him we actually didn't do it for the money, we did it to help out our neighbors, because we didn't have much to do on our farm at this stage, because it's just waiting for harvesting, or not harvesting, tree felling. And yeah, I was a bit fed up with that. I wanted to do something a bit different, and he said no. It's still, even though I just offered to help him with that, and I wanted to do it for free for him, he couldn't, with a clear conscience, do that. So yeah, he paid us a little bit of money, which isn't too shabby. We can always use that to pay for our contractors or the architect, or for the environmental impact assessment. But yeah, so let's just drive up here, and let's just park our side by side back here. So yeah, that was really a productive day, not necessarily for our farm, but overall we did quite a lot. But yes, I think that will be it for today. I'm a bit tired. I think I'm just gonna go shower quickly, and then maybe, just maybe, I might just go into town to get something to eat. But yes, I think that will be the end of this episode. Just to recap, we helped out Jimmy with fertilizing a field and harvesting a cotton field. And we found out from our contractor that he can place in a shed for us or a barn here. I think I'm going to opt for the reclaimed wood barn. And our architect and the assessor is working on the environmental impact assessment and the plans for our iron furnace on our newly purchased plot of land. So we can get into that. I wanted to diversify when we left for our other farm for our brother and my brother, and I think that will be a way to go. But we just grab a seat. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.